Welcome back, Guardians. My name's Atheon. In this video we're going to be doing a step-by-step walkthrough of the Thorn bounty. The bounty which when completed will give you the exotic hand cannon, the Thorn. So, first thing you need to do is get a Vanguard Mentor missive. Once you have this, you will have these exotic bounties to choose from, and a light in the dark is the bounty which you are going to want to choose if you want to get the Thorn. So once you take this out, you'll get your instructions on what to do next. And what we're going to do next is head to the Summoning Pit Strike. Now, you can get the Summoning Pit Strike by simply going to the moon and replaying it. I'm sure by this point in the game you will have definitely done it. If you want, you can wait for it to roll around during your strike playlists if you play a lot of strikes, but it will be much faster to simply click on the Summoning Pit's level 12 strike and go from there. Once you start the strike, complete it just as a normal strike. There's nothing special that you need to do here to trigger the bounty's completion. All you will need to do is play through the strike as normal, and once the strike is completed, you'll have to wait until almost the moment you go to orbit, at which point bounty will pop up that you've completed this step and you'll be given the next step of the bounty. So this first stage is very simple. Once the Summoning Pit is completed, we'll be given another easy step, which is to kill Hive on the moon. So at the minute we're on 0 out of 500. Now you can do this in patrol by going through all the tunnels and the Hive areas underneath the moon, or you can do it in story missions, whichever you prefer, or also on the strike on the moon as well. That will count toward it. So I did part of mine in patrol missions, but I kind of cleared out all the Hive that I could possibly find on the moon. So I went into story missions, and it's very simple. You don't need to use a certain type of weapon. All you need to do is just kill Hive on the moon. Eventually it will pop up with completion. The next step of the Thorn bounty requires us to go into the Crucible and get to 500 points, I'm going to say here, using void damage to get our kills. So what you will want to do is, if you have a Warlock, use your Warlock as your Nova Bomb, grenades and energy drain kill will all count toward this. But if you don't have a Warlock, you can do it on other characters, which is why I'm doing this on my Hunter. So there are many weapons you can use which have void damage, such as Atheon's Epilogue, Word of Crota, Prey Thief's Revenge, Sword Breaker, Corrective Measure, or if you're lucky enough to get a nice, decent weapon drop with void damage on it, you can also use that as well. So as I just showed you there, try and have all void damage weapons equipped if that is an option you have available to you, and pick your weapons based on the map you're playing. If you know you're going to be able to keep people away at range, then go for the sniper. If you know it's going to be close quarters, go for the shotgun. Now, I've said about points before. Each kill you get is going to be worth 5 points out of the total 500 you need to complete the Thorn bounty. Death will slow your progress. So what you will need to bear in mind is that if you die, that will take 2 off of the score. This isn't bad because that means you can actually complete the Thorn bounty by not even getting positive KD. All you need to do is persist and try to stay alive if you can. So now that the Crucible part of this bounty is completed, we're going to do a bit of running around in the tower. So the first thing we've got to do is take the corrupted hand cannon to the speaker. He's then going to have this come up on screen informing you that you need to purchase an Infusion of Light. Funnily enough, you can purchase the Infusion of Light from the speaker, so stay with him and it will cost you 1 mote of light to buy this Infusion of Light from him. Once this is actually purchased from him, he's going to give us the next step, which is asking us to go and speak to Ikora Ray. Now, this is the Warlock Vanguard Mentor. You should all know where she is by now, and that is straight down the steps here. So in case you don't know for some reason, you can just see me running to her now. And she is going to give us the next step of the Thorn bounty, which is to go back to the strike, the summoning pits. And this is where it gets tricky, because you're not going to kill the ogre. You're going to kill the minions of the ogre whilst you wait for the unwed wizard to turn up, and then you will be killing her instead. So as you can see, when you go to the moon, the strike will be right next to the strike that you have to do usually. So an alternative summoning pit set. This is a level 26 strike, and it is very much worth pointing out to you that the epic modifier is active, so enemies will be heavily shielded. So bear this in mind with weapon selection going into this strike. So you'll wait and she will eventually drop out of a ship right down there. A couple rocket launchers down should see her off. You will have completed this step of the bounty. You can then just go straight to orbit if you want, but if you choose to kill off the ogre, then that's entirely up to you. But it isn't necessary, it's just your personal preference. You won't get any rewards for killing the ogre.
Finally, Abomination has been destroyed.
So now that this step is complete, all that is left for us to do is go and see the speaker. So you will return to the speaker, and when you do, he will reward us with the THORN hand cannon. Now this is probably one of the harder exotic bounties, but it is also one of the more rewarding. This is a very good weapon, has very good stats and very good upgrades on it. Hopefully you found this video informative or enjoyed it. And if you'd like to see more daily Destiny videos, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.